Lily was a young woman with a big dream. She wanted to be a singer. Every night, she would stand in front of her mirror in her tiny apartment and sing. She imagined herself on a big stage, with lights shining down and a crowd cheering for her. But for now, her only audience was her cat, Biscuit, who would sometimes meow along with her songs. Lily worked as a barista in a busy coffee shop. Her life was simple and quiet. She lived alone, and her apartment was small with just enough space for her bed, her books, and her mirror. Every morning, she made coffee and served customers, smiling politely even when she felt tired. But at night, her dreams kept her awake. She could feel them in her heart, like a warm light, pushing her to keep going. One evening, after a long day at the coffee shop, Lily heard music coming from a jazz club next door. It was a beautiful piano melody, soft and full of feeling. She stopped and listened, her heart beating a little faster. She had never heard anything like it. The music made her feel alive. Every night after that, Lily would go to the jazz club. She didn't go inside, she just stood outside the door, listening. The music was like magic, pulling her into a world of dreams. She would close her eyes, imagining herself singing on stage with that beautiful piano playing behind her. The pianist seemed so lost in his music, so free. One night, while she was listening outside, the music stopped. Lily opened her eyes to see the pianist standing in front of her. He was tall, with warm brown eyes and a gentle smile. "Do you like the music?" he asked softly. Lily felt a little shy but nodded. "Yes, it's beautiful," she replied. Her voice was quiet, but her eyes were full of admiration. "I'm Ethan," he said, offering his hand. Lily shook it and said, "I'm Lily." She felt a spark, a strange warmth, just from shaking his hand. "Come inside," Ethan said, smiling. "It's better than standing out here." Lily followed him into the club, feeling her heart race. Inside, the music felt even more real, like it was touching her soul. She watched Ethan play, his fingers moving smoothly over the piano keys. She could see he loved the music, just like she loved singing. It was like they shared the same dream. After his performance, they sat together and talked. Ethan told her he had been playing the piano since he was a child. He dreamed of playing on a big stage one day, just like her. Lily listened, feeling like she had found a friend who understood her. "You should sing, Lily," Ethan said, looking at her with serious eyes. "If it makes you happy, you should follow it." Lily felt a spark of courage inside her. Maybe, just maybe, she could try. She didn't know where her dream would take her, but with Ethan by her side, she felt ready to find out. And so, a new chapter began in Lily's life, one filled with music, dreams, and the hope that maybe, one day, she would be on that big stage she always dreamed about. The next night, Lily went to the jazz club again. This time, she wasn't just there to listen. She felt nervous, her heart pounding, but she couldn't stop thinking about what Ethan had said. Ethan was already there, sitting by the piano. When he saw Lily, he gave her a big smile and waved her over. "Lily, I was hoping you'd come back," he said. She smiled, feeling her cheeks turn pink. "I wanted to hear you play again," she said shyly. Ethan sat down at the piano and began to play. The music was soft, gentle, like a lullaby. He looked at Lily and nodded, inviting her to sing along. At first, she just watched, her voice caught in her throat. But as the melody wrapped around her, she closed her eyes and began to sing softly. Her voice was shaky at first, just a whisper, but as she kept going, she felt her confidence growing. The notes floated out, blending with the piano, filling the small club with warmth. People in the club stopped talking and turned to listen. Lily didn't even notice. She was lost in the song, feeling free, like a bird spreading its wings. When the song ended, the room was silent for a moment. Then, there was soft applause, and a few people even cheered. Lily opened her eyes, surprised and a little dazed. She looked at Ethan, who was grinning widely. "That was amazing, Lily," he said, his eyes shining with excitement. "You have such a beautiful voice." Lily felt a rush of happiness. She had never sung in front of anyone before, but tonight, with Ethan by her side, she had found her courage. She wanted to sing again and again, to feel that same thrill. After the performance, they sat down together, their hearts still racing. "Thank you, Ethan," she said, her voice soft. "I don't think I could have done it without you." "You don't need to thank me," Ethan replied. "You did it on your own, Lily. You just needed a little push." They stayed in the club, talking and laughing, sharing their dreams and fears. They were so different, yet so similar. Both had big dreams, and both were scared of chasing them. But together, they felt stronger. As they walked out of the club, Ethan looked at her with a sparkle in his eye. "Lily," he said, "what if we perform together? You sing, I play the piano. We could make people happy with our music." Lily's eyes widened. It was a crazy idea, but it filled her with excitement. She had always wanted to sing, but she had never imagined doing it with someone like Ethan. "Yes," she said, her heart racing. "Let's do it." And so, a new journey began. Lily and Ethan started practicing together every night, in the quiet hours after the club closed. Their music grew, their friendship blossomed, and with every song, they took a step closer to their dreams. They were partners, dreamers, and maybe, just maybe, they were something more. As days turned into weeks, Lily and Ethan grew closer, not just as performers, but as friends. They practiced together every night, laughing, talking, and making music. Their songs became more beautiful, and soon they started performing in the jazz club. People loved their shows, cheering and clapping, and the club felt more alive than ever. Lily was happier than she had ever been. With Ethan, she felt like she could be herself. He didn't just believe in her talent, he believed in her. She no longer felt like a quiet barista with secret dreams. She felt like a real singer. One evening after a show, Ethan turned to her with a serious look in his eyes. "Lily, I've been offered a chance to play in a big concert in New York," he said quietly. Lily's heart stopped for a moment. "New York?" she whispered. She was happy for him, but her heart ached. New York was far away. It was the kind of place dreams came true, but it was a world apart from the little club where they had created their music together. "Yes," Ethan said, looking down. "It's a big chance for me, Lily. It's everything I've ever wanted." They both fell silent, lost in thought. Lily wanted to tell him to stay, to keep making music with her. But she knew that would be selfish. This was his dream, the dream he'd been chasing long before they met. "Go, Ethan," she finally said, her voice breaking just a little. "You have to go." He looked up, his eyes sad but understanding. "I don't want to leave you, Lily. You're my friend, and maybe something more." The next few days passed slowly. They spent every moment they could together, knowing that each second brought them closer to goodbye. On his last night in town, they went to the jazz club one last time, just the two of them. Ethan played the piano softly, a sad, gentle melody, and Lily sang, her voice full of all the emotions she couldn't say out loud. It was a song of love, friendship, and goodbye. After the song ended, they sat in silence, both of them holding back tears. Finally, Ethan took her hand and said, "No matter what happens, Lily, I'll always remember this. I'll remember us." The next day, Ethan left for New York. The club felt empty without him. Lily continued singing, but it wasn't the same. She missed his music, his smile, and the way he had believed in her when no one else did. But she also felt stronger. Ethan had taught her something important. She could chase her dreams, even on her own. Months went by, and Lily kept singing. Her voice grew stronger, her confidence unbreakable. She performed in other clubs, and slowly, people started to recognize her. She was no longer the quiet girl with a hidden dream. She was Lily, the singer who poured her heart into every song. One evening, as she was about to go on stage, she received a letter. It was from Ethan. He wrote about his life in New York, the concerts he played, and the people he met. But he ended with a message just for her. "Lily, I'll always remember our time together. You taught me the meaning of true friendship and the magic of chasing dreams. I hope you're still singing. And remember, wherever life takes us, our music will live on in our hearts. Keep shining, Lily." As she read the letter, tears filled her eyes, but they were happy tears. She knew that their time together had changed both of them forever. Even if they were apart, they would always have the memories and the music they had shared. That night, as she took the stage, she felt Ethan's presence with her, like a silent melody playing alongside her voice. She sang with all her heart, and as the audience clapped, she knew this was her dream coming true. The lesson she learned was simple but powerful. Dreams are meant to be chased, even if it means saying goodbye to the people we love.